Now to our first story of the day. In the wake of the recent imprisonment of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Bafra, IPOB, Abia State Senator Orji Uzo Kalu appealed to Ndigbo to demonstrate a greater sense of maturity than what others are giving them credit for, eschew violence in any form or substance, and resist every inevitable attempt at being provoked. In like manner, Senator Kalu, who represents Abia North in the National Assembly, has been more than ready to offer his thoughts on a range of other issues of national substance and has been one of the most consistent supporters of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's handling of Nigeria's affairs. Senator Orji Uzo Kalu joins me now on This Day Live on Sunday for a quick chat on the state of the Nigerian nation. Thank you very much for joining us, Senator Orji Uzo Kalu. You're welcome to This Day Live, the Sunday talk show.
Thank you, Dr. Akpati.
Well, Senator, a few days ago, or let me say more than a week ago, you were quoted as saying, look, IPOB, ESN, have both been responsible for the killing of over 30,000 persons in the Southeast, disrupting the people's livelihood, and that people should just moderate their anger or their, reactions to the life sentence passed on Nnamdi Kanu by the Abuja Federal High Court. And now, IPOB, speaking through Comrade Emma Powerful, issued a statement, I think in the last 24 hours, saying that, one, you will have to name those 30,000 persons that were killed and who killed them, because IPOB is not a violent group. IPOB has not killed anybody. And that, in fact, you are one of the sponsors of violence in the Southeast, a Bafra group and another group. And that when you were governor, in fact, you encouraged criminal elements along the Aba-Port Harcourt highway. And so you have no moral right. And I'm waiting for you to either name who killed who, or you retract your statement, or you apologize. Which of these options do you want to take? Because Emma Powerful makes it look like it's an ultimatum. Either you apologize or you retract, or you provide evidence of who killed who in the Southeast when he accuses you of being behind the crisis in the Southeast. I'm sure you have seen this statement. What do you have to say in reaction?
Thank you, Thank you, Ruben. I mean, this is a childish reaction. My statement was very clear on what I said. I said there are over 30,000 Igbos that have lost their life in process of sit at home, do this, do that in the Southeast. Businesses were stopped. People in Ihiala and along those areas, and people in Olo and part of all the Southeast cannot go to their homes. And that is, I'm a commercial man, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't want, if any man powerful is talking to you and issue statement, you should come on the television the way I have come to address you, that is a man powerful with clear identity of who he is. So these Igbos should not be taken for a ride or for granted. I sympathize solely with the families of Nnamdi Kanu and on what has happened to them. And I want the federal government and everybody to think on how they can resolve the matter. But also federal government and everybody should think on what happened to people that lost their businesses, people that lost their life, people that are brothers and sisters that have been killed, and all the rest of them is a statement of fact. I don't talk anyhow. When I was governor, Abia State was the safest state in that park. There was nothing like armed robbery. There was nothing like all this is happening today, because the place was properly policed. And what we did as government was very open. We did with the SSS, we did with the police, we did with all apparatus of the federal government. No. I established the Bakassi, yes, and the Bakassi was not for boyfriend or for girlfriend. It was purely to police and keep our place safe. And that was what I did. And I have no regret in doing it. If you give me opportunity again, I will be able to keep the place safe again. Dr. Kwati.
Okay, but one of the claims is that you are one of the sponsors of a group called Autopilot and also Bafra Restoration Group. And yet here you are saying this.
I don't know anything. I've never had this name. I've never had any name like this, and I cannot sponsor anything. I was governor. I established the Bakassi, and the Bakassi was in charge. I think these kids should take Nigeria serious and take Igbo people serious. They should stop doing these things they are doing. We should be tired of this fashion. We should think on how to move forward, how to use political solution to sort out the Igbos in what we belong to today in Nigeria. Nobody takes the Igbos serious when it comes to this kind of things. These guys should stop this old-fashioned way of doing these things. I think they should now find a way on how they can put back Igbo in the map of Nigeria. Please, this is what I think. I don't want to, Dr. Kwati, to waste my time in answering frivolous questions with you. I thought you have invited me to your program to discuss things that are very visible, not that no history in the world have me as a leader of any other thing than being governor of Abia State.
Okay.
If a more powerful is alive, he should come unto me with you in a program and tell me where I establish Autopilot. What is called Autopilot? I don't understand. I've never had that name before. That you are saying it today, and I want these boys to take serious their words and know that Igbo people have suffered a lot on what they are doing in Igbo land. It is not acceptable at all to anybody. Okay. Because this is old-fashioned of doing things. They think on how to make peace. They think on how to bring out the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They should think about tomorrow and think about people that lost their lives and families that they lost their lives. Those families are not happy, but they don't want to talk.
Okay,
so they should think about these things. It's more important than any other thing.
Okay, Senator.
I want you next time you will invite me, bring that Emma Powerful, whatever he calls his name, let him sit line on line and explain to Nigerians what he meant by what he's saying, please.
Okay, Senator, okay. Let's look at the ideological underpinning of the protest, the struggle, and all of that. They are saying that they want the restoration of Bafra. They are saying that Nigeria is not offering Igbo what the people of the East deserve, and that it is better to separate from Nigeria. It wasn't this the same struggle about the Civil War, what General Odumegwu Ojukwu fought for, the likes of General Effiong fought for, Christopher Okigbo, and many other Igbo people. So perhaps they think that you are less Igbo than they are. That's why you are criticizing them.
No. Dr. Akpati, I'm well-blooded Igbo. I was with Ojukwu in the late days of his life. And Mrs. Bianca Ojukwu can testify to this, that I've always been coming to the general, and the general was coming to Igbere in my village to stay 2-3 days, some weekends and all the rest of them. And Ojukwu told me that the first one was necessary, but the second one is no longer necessary. And even if these boys want Biafra, who are you going to rule when you kill all the Igbos? When you stop all Igbos of doing business? When on Mondays, if you see people going out for business, you start pursuing them and killing them? I mean, it is not rational. It is not just nice. I thought with what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what these boys should come together in a table and say, how do we get peace to resolve this matter politically and not still talking tough as they are trying to behave. And it's not rational at all for any right-thinking Igbo people who have lost family, who have lost businesses, who do not identify in anything Uli, Ihiala, all those areas. Nobody goes there. And part of Olo, where the governor of Imo State comes from, nobody goes there. So, and part of Southeast. So I think even if they want Biafra, they should drop their arms and go with their flags and demand for what they want and negotiate for it. Talk for a referendum and all the rest of it. That is really what they want. Me, I want to be in Nigeria where justice and equity prevails. I want to see Nigeria where goodness and love prevails. This is what I would like to see.
Okay, Senator.
Because even the man that fought for the world. Yes, go ahead.
No, after you, sir.
Yes, so even the man that fought the war, the wife is saying the same thing I'm saying. The Minister Bianca Ojukwu knows the thought of the husband. And nobody will believe on destruction of Igbo land. Enough is enough. Let us stop destroying ourselves. Let us stop destroying our properties. Let us stop destroying what we have. Look at, there's no more commerce in the entire Igbo land. How are we going to live? People, things are difficult. Things are very bad for people living there. So how are we going to live? Okay. These are the issues.
Okay, Senator, one more.
I feel so sad that these boys at this time is still talking about this kind of behavior. I mean, I think there should be a change people to talk how we can negotiate with federal government to peaceful resolution of these issues.
Okay, Senator, one more issue for you to clarify before I move into issues of security, relationship with Cameroon and ambassadorial list and all of that. Is this. Your critics are saying that you are so supportive of President Tinubu because there is a battle in Abia State to see who is the biggest ally, the strongest ally of President Tinubu. And there is a competition between you, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who is from Abia, who is Deputy Speaker, the Minister of Works, former Governor Dave Umahi, and then yourself. And that three of you are trying to outdo each other just to be in the good books of the president. Are you hustling, competing with these other two named personalities?
No. Even this day before yesterday, I texted with Governor Umahi, and even yesterday I spoke to Ben Kalu. There's nothing like that. There's no hustling for what? I'm a senator, and I don't even come from the same state with David Umahi. David Umahi is clearly my friend, and we have been friends in the business world before we came into politics. And I don't see anything that Ben Kalu, you are saying. Ben Kalu is like my younger brother. I put him in business. I put him in politics. So there's no competition, whatsoever. There's no competition whatsoever. Nobody is competing with anybody, to the best of my opinion. And there's no Igbo man or any other person that we are competing with the names you call. We are friends. Even last week, I can tell you that there are some Christmas items that Dave Umahi sent his chief of staff to bring to me. And that is the truth. So I don't know why you want to cause trouble, Professor Akpati.
Well, I mean, it's just what your critics are saying. Well, Senator, security, the state of security in the country. Now, you talk a lot about national security reforms, what can be done. And we've seen President Bola Ahmed Tinubu taking some steps, including appointing a former chief of army staff, chief of defense staff, as the Minister of Defense. And also saying, okay, police should recruit more people, soldiers should recruit more people. In fact, forest guards should be deployed by the Department of State Services. But some people are saying, if President Tinubu is proven incapable of addressing this challenge of insecurity, that he should resign. And there are people on both sides, Northerners and Southerners, who are saying the same thing. Do you think we have reached that point?
No. Nigeria is a very large country, as I've told you in the past. The issue of Nigeria is continuous sabotaging one another. People don't believe in people. This insecurity have nothing to do with any particular person. It's just that we had problem with Mali, we had problem with Libya. They open up a part of Iraq and Iran, and all the arms coming from all those areas are turning back to Nigeria. So we are going to suffer these things unless all Nigerians come together to say we must report to our security agencies, report to people how we are going to solve this problem. This war is not only war of weapons, it's war of intelligence, where the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy, and all 42 related organizations that are made up of our both armed forces and other agencies will come together to say enough is enough. We'll be able to work more of intelligence. We'll be able to work more of cooperation. Intelligence is the key to everything we are doing, because stealing of our mineral is another thing. These people are not insurgents that they want to scare everybody away from where there is this mineral so that they can settle down to take away our minerals. So I think it's not only issue of President Tinubu. The governors are coming alive now. I'm very happy with what the governors are doing right away, because it is a duty of everybody to see that Nigeria is secured. It's not just that of President Tinubu. President Tinubu have done what things he should do. Like all those people criticizing President Tinubu, I don't know any new thing they will do. It's just that we'll continue to work with one another. People are sabotaging the effort of both the federal and state governments every day. But that is what politics is all about. Nobody is good in his back. Only you are front that you are good to other people. Dr. Patti.
Well, Senator Kalu, you were part of a security assessment mission to Cameroon, I think, yes. Part of that team, we had Dr. Agbu Kefas, governor. We had Senator Abdullahi. We had, I think, the Speaker of Taraba State and your good self and others. Could you share with us some of your major findings on that trip, which took place just this past Friday?
It's going to be difficult because this discussion between the Taraba State Governor and the President of Nigeria, it will be very, very unfair to reveal what their strategy will be to go over to some of these borders and what President is doing. But what I can tell you, that President Tinubu is putting everything he has on the table to make sure that Nigerian borders are secured, Nigerian people are secured, and Nigeria will move forward on how to go forward to be able to get Nigerians moving. Mind you, when you talk about this security problem, this is not the first time. Remember, I went to University of Maiduguri, and I can tell you when I was there, for 2 months we were blocked out because of Maitasine. So it's the same thing. They came in from outside the country to attack, started burning people's houses. It's just the same thing that we noticed. You know, the essence of the fall of Mali, Libya, and part of Iraq and all those areas, the leaders that were no longer there, is also a major problem, because these leaders were able to hold this axis firmly before anything was happening.
Well, Senator, do you believe that there is Christian genocide in Nigeria, as alleged by President Donald Trump? You are a Christian yourself. Do you feel persecuted?
President Trump was very right that Nigerians are being killed. What I can say, and one of our highly revered priests, Bishop Coker, Matthew Coker, has also reaffirmed what I'm telling you In the Catholic Church, we are not playing politics with human lives. We can say the truth, and whatever our chief shepherds, whatever the chief shepherds are saying is also what we believe in. I believe that Nigerians are being killed, whether they are Christians or Muslims or anything. The terrorists knows nobody. If the terrorists go to Abia to kill today, they will kill Christians. If they go to Zamfara to kill, they will kill Muslims. If they go to Katsina to kill, they will kill Muslims. If they go to Benue to kill, they will kill Christians. If they go to Benue and part of Lagos to kill today, they will kill mostly Christians and Muslims jointly. If they go to Ibadan to kill, they will kill partially Christians and Muslims. So these are the issue. The killing is just out of wickedness to destabilize Nigeria, to kill people, innocent people that have no arms, innocent people that they have no right to kill the way they are killing them.
Okay, Senator, let's talk about the ambassadorial list. One of the names on that list is your daughter's name, Nnamdi Kanu. And some people have been saying, oh, why is this list a political IOU list? Wives of former governors, daughters of prominent politicians, and all of that. But your daughter now, I understand, has rejected the nomination to say that she would rather concentrate on business and thank the president for considering her worthy of nomination. I see that she visited you in your office, was it 2 days ago, in the course of the week. Now, were you the person who advised her to reject the nomination? Because, I mean, once you become an ambassador, you are an ambassador for life. Big title. But did you force her to reject the nomination?
Dr. Akpati, I cannot really answer that question because I've not spoken to my daughter. President is president of Nigeria. President has made appointments. It's left for Nnamdi Kanu to decide whether she wants to work or not. It's not my duty, and I've not heard that. You are just telling me. I don't know where you got your story from, but it depends on Nnamdi Kanu. She's a very successful businesswoman. She's doing very well. She's a good mother. She takes care of her house. She's a good family woman, and I think she's an adult. She ought to make her decisions. She's gone to one of the best schools in the world, and the decision is hers. And she's also a Gen Z, and Gen Zs make their decision without putting anybody to notice. But as you told me now, I'll give her a call and I'll know what has happened. But okay. President, might we have told you in this show before that Nnamdi Kanu and Zina Kalu live with President Tinubu. He knows them, the First Lady knows them. So it's not an issue of where you stand or where you don't stand. Don't put me to be in headlong with my leader, my friend, and the political leader, and national leader, and the leader of our country. So, you journalists are always looking for trouble. So if you know where you get your story, you go there to verify your story. So I'm not part of that your story, please.
Okay, if I may push my luck a bit further. I mean, on your Instagram page, you met your daughter in your private office, I think about 6 days ago. And you even mentioned in the post that she's ambassador designate, Nnamdi Kanu, meeting with me in my private office. I don't want to, well, maybe you don't think it's right to ask, what did father and daughter discuss? You didn't discuss
well, it's personal to our family. Listen to me, I thank the president for the honor she did to people of Abia State. I thank the president for the honor he did to Obo people. I thank the president for the honor he did to Ibere people. And I thank the president for the honor by bringing up my daughters in the list for the honor he had done to entire Igbo people. She's a young coming woman, and her decision should be where we discuss and what should be her final decision was not said to me. I don't know why you are talking. I discussed with her, yes, on many issues.
Okay.
Including the future of our business.
Okay, but what do you think generally of the controversial nature of the list and the expectations of Nigerians?
Say it again, please. I didn't hear you.
What do you think of that list of 68 names and the expectations of Nigerians as to what the Senate should do?
I'm not going to say what the Senate will do. I'm a one-man in the Senate. Senate is 109 members. And President is President of Nigeria. President have a right, so it is full right, to appoint anybody he likes. It's them to, the country is posing those people to say, no, we don't want you or we want you. It's not, the president have a right to appoint friends and enemies and people that he likes and people he doesn't like. I mean, this is a political appointment. The president have exercise his right. And in anybody that the Senate found wanting, that didn't comply with the rules, and the Senate will react. I can tell you that we are not going to sit down and look at it.
But after a pattern, anything that is brought by the president gets easy passage at the Senate. Do you think that there will be any difference this time around, or the senators will just say, "Oh, the president has exercised his right; it is his prerogative, and the list has been endorsed, confirmed"?
No, Dr. Akpati, the way you look at the Nigerian Senate is not the way it is. Mind you, you've known me for over 30-something years closely, and you know that what I don't agree with, we don't agree. Sometimes when we see president, we disagree with him and say, this is not this. And you know that Nigerian people everywhere in the world, parliament is being bullied. People bully the parliament, whether we are right or wrong, and they don't know that the decision-making is not in our hands. We only make laws, and once we make laws, the implementation of those laws are done by the executive.
Okay. Senator, I'm beginning to round up now. You are the Senate chairman of the Committee on Southeast Development Commission. We just had the Imo Economic Summit towards the end of the Imo State Governor's tenure. And the whole point also is about, look, charity begins at home. That Igbo people themselves should invest in the Southeast. The state governments should also encourage in the Southeast, the development process. What do you say to those two highlights from the summit?
Well, I thank Governor Hope Uzodimma for doing the summit, and I hope whatever that is discussed in the summit will be implemented rightly so that people of, once it's good for people of Igbo State, it's already good for people of Southeast. So I don't see any difference. And I also still believe that people should pay attention more on local industries, like we are doing in our village today, we are doing it everywhere. So people should pay attention to build new things. The summit was well attended, well structured. I congratulate the governor and his team, and I want to see more things that will come out of that summit. Nigerians should implement what we believe in at all times so that we can be able to get the benefit of having summits.
Well, Senator, I'll let you go now. But you've been in politics since 1998, 1999. You've been governor, you've been senator, you've been chair this, you have received national honors, you have all of that. And you have people like former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who are still moving from one political party to the other. Now, when will your generation begin to groom the younger generation to take care of our future? Because many young people think that, your generation should just leave the stage for them so that this country can move forward and people will no longer be changing political parties.
Well, Dr. Akwati, President Trump is 79 years old. I'm just 65. And Vice President Atiku Abubakar, you called, is just merely like 79 or 78. So, in all due respect, even where I was on Friday, the president is 90-something years. So, with all due respect, age is not the issue of Nigeria. The issue of Nigeria is the people. We need to have a reorientation of Nigerian people from beginning to the end. Our reorientation is very different. People, age has nothing to do with politics at all. You can be, it's our conscience, what we think can be good for our country, what can be good for everybody, what should be good for A and B. I'm not against anybody who wants to contest politics, they do politics. I'm not against my daughter coming to run against me in the Senate, and as you see. So, I mean, it is fashionable that we need to change and give way to new generation. But new generation have to work with us. You just don't jump into a ship. You don't know where it was loaded. You have to work with us to be able to take over. And I'm 65. In every standard, in anywhere, I have not reached my peak. My peak is still in front. So if I'm 75 or 80 years old, you are asking me this, I will feel shy to answer you. I will boldly tell you that I still have a lot to offer to the country. And people in the stage, some of them, if they have good conscience, they still have a lot to offer to the country. Dr. Akwati.
Okay, on that note, I would like to thank you very much, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, for joining us on This Day Live, the Sunday talk show today. Thank you very much indeed.